And good morning. What is up? Welcome to Thursday. It is Thursday. It is August the 11th. I think I'm right in saying that. I'm looking down here just to verify it is August 11th. So good morning, everybody. Good morning, those of you who are jumping in here with us early this morning here at Central Time. We're 5:30 Central and 6:30 Eastern. So welcome to Thursday. I see we don't have very many people here yet, so hopefully, I'm not sure why this thing's not going yet. Refresh over here. Good morning, Anthony. What's up, bud? Good to see you. Hope you are looking forward to a fantastic day. I hope all of you are looking forward to a fantastic day. Hi, Alex Martin. I'm telling you what, man, I'm whipping this day's ass is what I'm doing. I did not want to get up at 4 o'clock this morning. I did not want to get up at 4 o'clock this morning. I worked in the office late. Didn't go to sleep till after 11:30 just because I couldn't wind down. And good morning, Teal. Good morning, Alex. And man, 4 o'clock came early this morning. I mean, that alarm came off and I didn't say cuss words, but I want to say cuss words. Good morning, Vanessa. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is a fantastic morning. I'm telling you what, man, if you're not getting up an hour early and just having time, even before this call, getting up at 5, I'm telling you, there's some magic that's happening right now in my life, my experience, what I'm doing right now. There's magic. So, Vanessa, Carey, good morning. If you're not getting up at 5 and getting up before this call starts and doing something for you this morning, I'm telling you right now, this shall be the last morning you do that, because there are things that are starting to pop. Good morning, Anna. There are things starting to pop. There are insights. I mean, my productivity, I feel like is getting higher. My energy levels are getting higher. There are things that are clarifying. I'm telling you, man, I am cooking right now, cooking with gas. So let me encourage you. I want to encourage you guys, get on the train, get on that 5 o'clock a.m. train, get up, get some stuff done. And if you're reading this book, when you get to about page 200, I'm almost done. I'm at the last quarter of the book. When you get to about page 200, you finally understand the morning routine, the 20-20-20 formula that the author is talking about in the book. And I think it's fantastic. I think biologically it's fantastic. For your brain, it's fantastic. For everything, it's fantastic. So I'm going to encourage you guys, get up early, start early, get going, make it happen. Okay. Make it happen. I wanted to follow up on, we finished up the call yesterday and I'd let you guys know about the Brian Buffini training. Again, this Buffini training is open to anyone. So it's open to any real estate agent, not just our agents. So if you have somebody that you're talking to, that you are potentially wanting to sponsor in, send them that video, send them that invitation, send them that email. Good morning, Bailey, that I sent you guys. Vanessa, Lynn, Carrie, and Anna. No. I'm trying to think who's told me yes. Hang on. Got it right here. Vanessa, Lynn, Carrie, and Millie. I've got you guys interested in doing the training. So I've got you guys down. I need about 15. I need at least 15 to make this thing go. And then I'm going to call Susan Sinatra, actually, and she's not related to Frank Sinatra, but Susan Sinatra, she's our contact at Buffini. And I want to see about getting that pricing down for you guys. So I've got 4 and I need 9 more. But again, it's open to agents outside of our company. You didn't receive an email. I sent it a few days ago. I hope you've received that. You should have received that. Maybe I missed you. Okay. So Alex, if you're interested, I put you down too. So that's 5. So I need 10 more. make sure Laren hears about it. Make sure, some of our newer folks. Good morning, Michelle T. Make sure some of our newer folks, Jamal, Anthony, make sure Jamal hears about it. So again, this investment that you're going to make in your business, I'm telling y'all, it's going to, obviously nothing happens without your action. And just because you go to a training, knowledge is really, really great, but the application of the knowledge consistently over time is really where the power happens, and really how you start to alter and change the direction of your business. So, but having Teal, I don't know yet. I think last year was 300-ish. Last year when they did it, it's 8 weeks. You get a business card, or you get a card. You get a lot of stuff that you can send out to your clients and your people. And yes, Alex, that's the first training. I'm not doing the second training. So I'm going to get, because I think that's why you didn't get the email, because you've already done it, I thought. So it's the first training again. So I'm going to run 15 people through the first training. And then when I run those 15 people through the first training, then that'll be 25 who've been through the essentials. And then there's a second phase. There's a mastery phase or a advanced phase that I want to run you guys through again. So yes, Alex, to answer your question, this is the essentials, the one that you've already taken. That's why you get an email. That's why you did not get the email, because you've already taken it. So, but you can take it again if you want to. So Teal, if you're interested, let me know. Again, if you've got sponsors, people outside the company, agents outside the company that you want to bring in, and you want to show them some value, you want to show them what we do and how we do it, I would invite them to come to the training. So this is the fantastic thing. And hopefully I'm going to get it'll be in person, by the way. It's in person. We're all in the same room. So it'll be 8 weeks in person in the same room. Accountability. I mean, it's going to be, this is an intense training. It is something that, again, will set your business sort of on its ear and get it going in the right direction. So that's where I'll leave it there. So I'll leave it right there. So hopefully you guys will take advantage of that. So good morning. It is August the 11th, the last August 11th, 2022 you're ever going to have. It's the last one. There's not another one. You've got 18 hours in this day, 14 hours in this day left to go do something special. It's 6:44 Eastern. Okay. So you've got about 16 hours, 15 minutes to go do something special today, to go do something fantastic today, to get the most out of this day. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So the title of this morning, and I really was struggling with what I wanted to talk about this morning. And this morning, what the title is, everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. That is a mantra that I've written. That's a mantra that I've spoken. That is something that I learned years ago, back in, probably 2005, 2006, when I really got into mindset, when I really got into focusing, when I really got into belief systems and believing that I had the ability to draw things to me. I had the ability to express myself, express my beliefs, and express my desires, and express my dreams. And I had the ability to kind of bring those things into existence, into reality. I started believing that I had not because I asked not. I started believing that I had the ability to truly ask and receive. I believed that faith the size of a mustard seed would move a mountain. And one of those things that I always used to say is everything's always working out for me. The Bible says that. It says the very same thing. All things work together for good for those who love the Lord and who are called according to his purpose. Everything is always working out for me. What direction is your train going? Is your train going in the direction of everything's always working out for you? Or is your train going in the direction of sometimes it works out for me? Every now and again it works out for me. God, this bad stuff always happens to me. Of course it's going to happen to me. Of course my tire is flat. Which direction is your train going? Because that is a self-fulfilling prophecy. And y'all, that is just the way nature works. That's the way it was built to be. That's the way God designed this thing, is it is a self-fulfilling prophecy. You get what you ask for. Good morning, Millie. You get what you ask for. And how do you ask? Is it just with your mouth, or is it with your actions? Is it with your heart? Is your train going in the direction of, sometimes it works out for me if everything's just perfectly aligned, or it never works out for me. My life sucks. This is terrible. I need to go get a job. Which direction is your train going? If you don't hear anything else this morning in the next 30 minutes that is anything for you, I want you to write this down on a piece of paper. Everything is always working out for me. Because there were times in my life when that's all I could write. And I promise you, I didn't believe it. When I walked into my house in Hermitage, Tennessee at 2 a.m, and when I walked in my house, my stove was gone, my refrigerator was gone, the microwave was gone, the ceiling fans had been cut out of the ceiling and laying in the floor. There were things written on the wall of the upstairs hallway. When I walked in the house that morning at 2 a.m. from a 7.5-hour drive from Chicago, I walked in my house, and I promise you, I did not believe everything was working out for me. I did not believe that everything was working out for me. Matter of fact, I believed that my life sucked, that my life was awful. And of course, this is what's going to happen. That's what I believed. And guess what? I walked around a miserable human being, always looking for the bad to happen from other people, always expecting other people to do bad things to me, always expecting, ask not, you have not because you ask not. And I was asking for, just give me more of that stuff, because that's what happens. It was a self-fulfilling prophecy because I was consumed. You ever been consumed by thoughts? You ever been so consumed by thoughts that it shuts you down? You've been so consumed by some kind of negative thought that you just completely shut down. You go sit in the corner. You go hole up in your room. You go put your sweatpants on and a hoodie, and you sit in the corner of the couch and just veg out either on TV or on your telephone. You completely shut the world out around you. You ever been in that spot before? Wishing that you were an armadillo that you could just roll up in an armored ball and nobody could mess with you? Because I promise you, I've been in that spot. I completely understand. But what I'm telling you, what I'm sharing with you, what I'm about to express to you, one, everything is always working out. All things work out. All things work together for good. Everything is always working out for you. I want you to write that down. I want you to walk around today hearing that earworm in your head. I want you to hear my words. My voice is so. Anybody else think their voice is annoying? I try to go back and watch these sometimes just to see some of what I say, and man, my voice is annoying. So if you want to, it's again, that's a very, very degrading thought. So I shouldn't say that, but it's something that I think. So sorry, that's my own personal bugaboo. I want you to hear my voice in your head today, and I want you to hear my voice telling you that everything is always working out for you. But I want you to turn it around and make it you talking to you. Everything is always working out for you. Everything is always working out for me. That's what I want you to hear today. Everything, all caps, loud, everything is always, without fail, no matter what, working out for me. No matter what it looks like, no matter what I see, no matter what I see out there happening, no matter what anybody says, everything is always working out for me. That's what I want you to hear today. That's what I want you to put in your pocket and carry with you today. Okay? If you hear nothing else today, that's enough. Because I promise you, there is self-fulfilling prophecy. There is self-fulfilling prophecy. The self-fulfilling prophecy says this: we always perform in a way that is aligned with the way we see ourselves. I'm going to let that just sit right there for a second. We always perform in a way that is aligned, that is in unison, that is congruent, that feels like the way we see ourselves. What's your self-fulfilling prophecy? What's your self-fulfilling prophecy? What do you feel about yourself? What about yourself needs to be worked on? What about myself do I need to really take inventory of and work on improving, enhancing, making that piece better? Because I promise you, the only thing that's keeping me from living that extraordinary life that I want to live, that extraordinary life that's reserved for the top 1 or 2%, the only thing that's stopping that is me. And I've come to a realization over the last week, since I've started kind of getting back into my flow, back into my morning routine, back into doing these things, is that I'm beginning to challenge my beliefs about myself. I'm beginning to challenge my beliefs about what I'm capable of. I'm beginning to challenge my beliefs about what I can accomplish. Because quite honestly, I think I've been thinking too small. I think I think I've been thinking too small. I think I've been believing too small, playing too small. Coach Burt talks about it all the time for y'all monster producers. Coach Burt talks about it all the time. Stop playing small. Coach Burt says, what's he say? He wants to, he doesn't want to work with baby SEALs. He wants to work with Navy SEALs. He doesn't want to work with people who aren't committed to their goals. He wants to work with people who are going to change the world. I don't want agents coming to Exit Realty Lake Country who just want to do 1 or 2 deals a year. I want agents who want to come. I want agents come to Exit Realty Lake Country because they want to change the world. They want to do 20, 15, 30, 12. I mean, 12 is a minimum, 1 a month. Steve Morris says, and Exit says, if you're not doing at least 8 a year, you're not really in this business. You're kind of hobbying at it. If you're not doing at least 8 deals a year, you're kind of hobbying at it. It's not until you reach 8 deals a year that even Exit considers you to be full-time. I want agents in this company who got drive, who have desire, who have the desire and drive to change the world around them, who have the drive and desire to uncover those special gifts they have and go out there and make it happen. Those are the agents that I want. Those are the people that we're attracting. I don't know if y'all know this, but we are starting to put back in place improved pieces of what we lost. We're starting to put in place improved pieces of things that have gone away. We are now getting enhanced pieces, enhanced puzzle pieces back, replacing those that left. That's the way it goes. All things are working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. We always perform in a way that is aligned with the way we see ourselves. So, how do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? How do you view you? When you look at yourself in the mirror, sound like an old Southern gentleman right there. When you look at yourself in the mirror, what do you see? Are you happy with what you see? Are you sad with what you see? Do you challenge what you see? I told you on the boys' bathroom upstairs, there's a sign that says the only competition that you've got today is you. The only competition that you've got today is the one that you're looking at in the mirror. That's the competition that you have in the mirror. It's time for you to be better than you were yesterday. Continuous self-improvement. It's time for you to be better than you were yesterday. It's time for you to be better than you were 10 minutes ago. It's time for you to be better than you were an hour ago. Imagine the outcome in your life if you lived a life of self-improvement. We've been talking about dreams and desires since July, middle of July. I've been trying to get you guys to implement Tammy Bunnell's 6-week action plan since the middle of July. We're getting to where that 6 weeks was, and I'm wondering, who's taking action? Who's taking action on that 6-week action plan? It's not a 6-week procrastination plan. It's a 6-week action plan. It's not a 6 weeks I might do it plan. It's a 6-week action plan. It's not a 6-week maybe I'll get to it tomorrow. It's a 6-week action plan. Are you taking action? Are you doing it? Knowledge is wonderful, but knowledge without application leads to regret. Ideas are worthless. Application is everything. Are you applying what you get up every morning and hear? Are you applying what you hear from Coach Burt? Are you applying what you hear from me and Christy? Are you applying what you hear from you? Because those days that you're motivated, those days you feel like doing it, those days when you're inspired and you're in that energy and things feel really, really good, and you go, I'm writing this down. Do you do that? Do you take action on the things you've written down, or do you put it off? Do you wait? Are other things more important? So I read something today, and it's really, really, really true. Let go of the destructive habit of breaking the commitments you make to yourself. Understand that everything starts with you. Everything starts with you. There's nothing from the outside. Everything starts with you. Break the destructive habits of breaking the commitments to yourself. If you can't stay committed to yourself, how can you expect anybody else to stay committed to you? Let go of the destructive habit of breaking the commitments you make to yourself. Failing to keep self-promises is one of the reasons so many of us don't love ourselves. Your procrastination is a reason, it is an indication of your lack of self-love. Your procrastination, hear me again, your procrastination is an indicator of your lack of self-love. Kind of harsh, but true. Because when you love someone else on the outside, right? When you love someone else, when you marry someone, you forsake the love of all others. When you marry someone, you commit yourself to that one person. You commit yourself to love that person and no one else. That's the ultimate level of commitment. I'm committing to you, no one else. I'm committing to you, nothing else. I'm committing my life to you until death do us part. That's marriage. That's the commitment. So we understand not being committed to our spouse. We understand not being committed to someone else because there are immediate results. There are immediate consequences of that, right? If I went out today on August 11th, 2022, and I decided that I was going to cheat on Christy, that I was not going to be committed today, that August 11th, 2022 was going to be a non-commitment day, and I'm not going to be committed to her, and I went out and did something else, do you think there would not be immediate consequences? Immediate consequences. But if I woke up on August 11th, 2022, and I decided that today I wasn't really committed to my schedule, that today I wasn't really committed to the sales meeting that we're going to have at 9:30, I wasn't really committed to giving them my best, I wasn't really committed to picking Jagger up at school, I really wasn't committed about, okay, I really wasn't committed to picking Jagger up at school. I really wasn't committed to being being the owner of this company. And yeah, that probably would not work out. My point, that's my point. There are immediate consequences when I'm not committed to that. But I'm not committed to Christy, there are immediate consequences. But if I were to go through my day, like a lot of us do, not being committed to our schedule, not being committed to getting up and getting going, not being committed to our real estate business, not being committed to being our best self, not being committed to all those things, sometimes there aren't immediate consequences to that. That's the underlying danger of this. But because there are no immediate consequences, this little voice says, it's okay. It's really okay. Gosh, nobody's even going to know if you didn't read a book today. Nobody's even going to know if you don't do any real estate business today. Christy and Aaron don't know if you didn't call anybody today. They don't know if you didn't prospect today. Nobody cares. Do it tomorrow. Perfectly fine. Sit right there on the couch and look at YouTube. Sit right there on the couch and watch Sweet Magnolias. Just veg out. Do what you got to do. It's all okay. Because there aren't immediate consequences to those lack of commitments, to your non-committal, you continue to do it. So we habitually get into this pattern of being non-committal. We get into this pattern of being not committed to the most important person in the room, which is you. Because if you're not committed to you, if you're not committed to making the best version of you, if you're not committed to making the best, if you're not committed to walking on this planet as the best version of you, if you're not committed to you, how can you expect anybody else to be committed to you? How can you expect anybody else on the outside to give you more than you're willing to give yourself? So for 6 weeks, we've been talking about dreams and desires and commitment and taking action. Procrastination is an indication of your lack of self-love. Procrastination is an indication of your lack of self-love. Your non-commitment to you. You're uncommittal to you. Small things done consistently over time make huge impacts. You not being committed to you consistently over time makes big impacts, and not in a good way. You not being committed to your business, not being committed to your development, not being committed to making the self-love that you should have and walking around this planet, okay? You not being committed to you consistently over time has significant impacts. I'm telling y'all right now, this thing that I'm doing in the morning is altering the way I think about myself. It is changing what I feel about myself. It is fixing. Coach Bird talks about missing structures. It is putting some structures in place that are now allowing me to be fueled to do great things. They're allowing me to be fueled to now start to walk and step into my greatness. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not a microwave. It's not 30 seconds and bam. It's not tomorrow and bam. It is little things done consistently over time to make tremendous impacts. And I am altering the outcome of this company. I am altering the outcome of Aaron Dwyer. I am altering the outcome of the legacy that I'm going to leave my children, by Carson and Zeke and Jagger and Kate and what's left behind, the impact that I'm going to make on our family, on our company, on this industry, on this world. I'm altering that. Every single day I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, And every single day I read a book, and every single day I do meditation. Every single day I pray. Every single day I write my journal. Every single day I'm grateful. Every single day I get up and do this call with you. Every single day I'm doing those small things. I'm making strides. I'm making an impact. I'm doing the things that need to be done. And my outward world is beginning to shift. I'm self-fulfilling the prophecy. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It can't help but happen. It is a law of nature. If I get on top of the roof and I jump off of the roof, the law of gravity says I'm hitting the ground. That's what the law of gravity says. Can't stop it, can't change it. That's the way it is. That law is indisputable. That law is irrefutable. That law you can't change no matter how much you believe otherwise. I promise you, even if I believed I was a bird, even if I put on a bird outfit, even if I caw and made noises like a bird, I told everybody around me I was a bird, I get up on top of that roof and I jump, I ain't a bird. I'm not a bird. I'm hitting the ground. It's an irrefutable fact. The self-fulfilling prophecy. You operate to the breadth and depth of your understanding. You have the ability to change the world around you and change what you see with your eyes by changing what you see in your spirit, changing what you see in your heart. That's an irrefutable fact as well. That is a law. You're either going forward or backward. That is a law. Nature is either thriving or dying. That is a law. No matter what you think, no matter what you believe, no matter what you say, those are irrefutable facts. So why not believe everything's always working out for me? Why not believe that I am altering, changing for the better, the way I walk, the way I talk, the way my husband looks at me, the way my wife looks at me, the way my kids view me, my leadership in the community, my leadership in the office? Why not believe everything's working out for me? Why not give that kind of belief, bring that kind of spirit, bring that kind of energy into your household, into your business, into your community? Why not bring that kind of energy into everything that you're doing? What are you doing? That is the most annoying thing I've ever heard. You literally have a bucket full of water. Why are you pouring in a water bottle? Okay, hurry up. Sorry. I've got my son's over here. I'm not sure what he's doing, but he's making lots of noise. I gotta get my train of thought back. Sorry. Are you with me? Does everybody understand this? Everybody understand this concept? Does everybody, are you grasping what I'm telling you? Are you grasping these words? Are you writing these things down? Are you committing these things to your spirit? I'm telling y'all, Camille, you just said it, forward or backward. You're going one way or the other. You're going one way or the other. What's holding you back from believing it? What's holding you back from achieving greatness? What's keeping you from your greatness? I promise you, it's not the outside world. I promise you, it's not the market conditions. I promise you, it's not how heavy you are. It's not how skinny you are. It's not if you have hair. It's not if you have too much hair. It's not if you have 2 arms or 1 leg. None. It's not that you have too many kids, too few kids. None of that matters. The only thing that matters, is you. You are the center of this. You are the essential piece of this. I want to impress on you guys, and I'm starting to believe this is absolutely true. I really want to impress on you guys to have your morning belong to you. Before the kids wake up, I promise you, It's going to be hard. Getting up before anybody else is up, waking up 2 hours early, an hour and a half early, getting up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning is not going to be fun. I promise you, your body's going to say, your ego's going to say, just stay in the bed. Just sleep till 7, sleep till 6:30. Don't make those phone calls. It's perfectly fine to go to Madison Nutrition. It's perfectly fine to go to Starbucks. Why don't you just go hang out and watch? Just go over there and sit in the corner and watch TikTok for a little bit. You need a break. Guys, I can say that with my voice, and it feels good. It feels good to take a break. It feels good to go watch TikTok. It feels good to go get me a drink at Starbucks. It feels good to go to Madison Nutrition and have a little break. It feels good to not stay committed to my calendar. It feels good to do the things that I want to do instead of doing sometimes the things that I have to do, supposed to do, that I committed to myself to do. It sometimes feels good. Okay? Wide is the path that leads to destruction. It's comfortable. It's big. There's lots of room. There's room for everybody, and everybody can go get destroyed together, and everybody can miss their genius together, and everybody can make a no impact together, and everybody can walk down this big old path comfortably, pat each other on their butts, and say, you know what, you're okay, bud. Let's just keep doing this life thing till we die. And then when you sit in your casket and all these dreams stand around your casket crying because you never fulfilled them, all these dreams stand around your deathbed wishing, wondering why you didn't just take heed of these words, wondering why you didn't take action, wondering why you didn't chase me harder. Brooke just commented below, so I'm going to use Brooke as an example. Imagine, Brooke, if you will, and y'all can all put yourself in this spot. Imagine, if you will, Brooke, you met your husband. You were introduced to him. Y'all talked, went on a date, and you like, this could be something. This could be something. He says, this could be something. This could be special. So you go on another date. Reinforces what you learned on the first date. That, man, this could be pretty good. And then never talk to him again. Never talk to him again. How different does your life look? How different do your experiences feel? How different is everything for you? We're like that with our dreams. We're like that with our desires. Our desire comes up and says, knocks on our heart and says, hey, this is what you're supposed to go do. If you've sat in quiet and you've sat and wondered and sat and pondered, what truth? Carrie Leland said it a few weeks ago. She's got a dream and desire to have a house with acreage and to have a house with a lake. Either or, okay? And I said to her, why not have both? Gosh, people all over the world have more than one house. Heck, me and Christy have 3 and we're not special. People all over the world have more than one house. Why not have both? And she went, oh yeah. Why didn't I think of that? I did this a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, when I was building my newer version of my vision board. And I was thinking in either or. I've either got to get this vehicle or that vehicle. This vehicle or that vehicle. Because I was limited by my past beliefs about what I could or couldn't have. I was limited by my past beliefs on what was possible. I didn't believe it was possible to own more than one vehicle. Hell, I know people right now that own more than one car. It's theirs. They can choose, do I want to drive this today or do I want to drive this today? Do I want to drive this one today or do I want to drive that one today? There was a time in my life where I had no belief, no consideration of having a private plane. But Christy and I's lifestyle, if anybody on the planet needs their own private plane, our lifestyle promotes having a private plane to get from point A to point B much faster. But I'm not sure if you've ever flown in a Cessna or a Piper. They don't go that fast. It's faster than a car. But flying from Nashville to Greensboro, Georgia, or flying from Nashville to Hartwell is still going to take a couple of hours in a single engine plane. It takes 45 minutes, less than an hour in a jet. So in the time it would take me to drive from Hartwell to Greensboro, right? Brooke, she just said it. I would have missed the best parts of my life. If she didn't follow up, if she didn't chase him, if he didn't chase her, she would have missed the best parts of her life. She would have laid on her deathbed and missed the best parts of her life. That was the point I was making. You don't want to be laying on your deathbed. You don't want to be sitting there wondering and having all your dreams and desires looking at you saying, why didn't you chase me? We had so many things to do. There were so many wonderful things that would have come out of this decision. There were so many people's lives that were going to be impacted by you just chasing me. By you just achieving this, we were going to change the world. What if that's true? What if that's true? What dream and desire have you given up on that you need to stoke that fire again? What dream and desire do you have that you need to go upstairs in the attic, look like, I'll never forget this, man. The Chevy Chase in the attic of in Christmas Vacation, because I watched Christmas Vacation like 400 times during the Christmas season. When he walks upstairs in the attic and he gets stuck, and he puts on the little pink hat and the fur coat, and he opens up a trunk up there and starts finding these films of his past, of his parents, of when he was a child, because he's living a life where he's struggling, he's stressed, he's worried, he's concerned. So he pulls out these old reels, these old movie reels, puts them on the camera, plays them, just huge tears in his eyes. Remembering the innocence, remembering what it used to be like when everything was wonderful, remembering what it was like before he was an adult, remembering what it was like when he walked around stress-free, and it was just Christmas. He didn't have in-laws there bitching and moaning. He didn't have a squirrel trying to kill people. He didn't, the tree, Uncle Leo didn't catch the tree on fire. He didn't have snots under the table and sister-in-law or cousin burning up the turkey. He didn't have all that stuff happening. It was just innocence. What dream do you have buried in your trunks upstairs in your attic? What dreams do you have in a tote in the garage? What dream and desire have you buried thinking, this isn't for me? Man, I'm encouraging you guys. I am so encouraging you guys. Can you imagine if we had an entire company, if we had 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 agents all chasing the best versions of themselves? If we had 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 agents all pursuing the best versions of themselves, all pursuing dreams and desires. Imagine that. I got chills right now thinking about this. Imagine the energy. I wish I could see these. Imagine the energy in the Madison meetings. Imagine the energy at the next Brasstown event. Imagine the energy when we go to Macklemore. Imagine the energy when we're all together in a big group and there's 80 of us, 90 of us, 100 of us in a room, and every one of us are committed, at least the lion's share of us are committed to chasing our dreams and desires, doing the things that make us the best version of us. Can you imagine the energy in that room? It would be mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Christy and I, when we tell y'all we love y'all, and when we say at the end of this call, we love you, I don't think some of you do realize it. Some of you don't realize it. Some of you don't realize the level of love, the level of commitment, the level of passion that we have to help you guys be the best version of you. And we've said this on multiple occasions. There are many times when we wanted for you more than you wanted for yourself. But I'm encouraging you, and I'm going to keep planting seeds, and I'm going to keep speaking to that best version of you in your spirit through all the ego, through all the things that you tell yourself, through all the things that your head does when you're listening to these calls. I'm going to speak to that inside piece of you that says you are built for this. You're built for this. This is exactly where you're supposed to be. I don't know how many of you on here, because sometimes it's telling me there's 0 people on here, and I still see. I hope there are people still on this call. But the counter is telling me that it just keeps fluctuating up and down. I don't know who's here, who's not here, who's leaving, who's staying, or what's going on. So I'm just going to keep talking. I probably need to be done talking. I'm going to leave you with this. Your dedicated focus, your dedicated focus to the best version of you, your commitment to the things that you set for yourself, your unwavering commitment to the things you set for yourself. I want you to be committed to those things like you are committed to your spouse. I want you to be committed to your goals, your dreams, your desires, like you're committed to your spouse. I want you to have a level of commitment, that level of commitment to the things that you want to achieve. I want that level of commitment to rise in you so strong that you will do things even if they're uncomfortable in the beginning, even if it goes against your habits, even if it's going against how you feel in that moment. I want you to keep pushing forward. I want you to be committed, because everything is always working out for you. Everything is always working out for me, no matter what I see. No matter how bad it gets, no matter what words are said to me, no matter what the outside world appears to be at that time, everything is always working out for me. Everything, all things work together for good for those who love the Lord and who are called according to his purpose. If God's given you a dream and desire, that's his purpose for your life. If you are chasing that purpose, you are called to do that. You are moving in the direction of what God's given you. All things work together for good. Keep pushing. Okay? Get up early. Have your time. Melanie Ortiz, if you watch this later, Carrie's got the book. Melanie Ortiz is reading this book, The 5 a.m. Club. I don't want to give this away, but the 2020 thing is pretty cool. There are a couple of insights that I want to give and a couple of structures that I want to give you guys, but I don't want to do it right now because right now I got to get off this call and get ready to take my son to school. So everything's always working out for me. Everything's always working out for me. If you've got to write that down in a book, if you've got to repeat that over and over and over again, if you've got to get a T-shirt that walks around, Carrie can make you a coffee mug to remind you, or a tumbler or something like that. Everything is always working out for me. Don't stop. Don't stop believing. Okay. Love you guys. Really, really do. I saw Christy on here. I know she loves y'all too. I may let Chrissy do the call tomorrow, and I'll just sit back and watch. But I love you guys. Have an awesome day. Be good. Be great. Be you.